This is Josiah Plays Pathfinder Kingmaker. I'm here in my throne room, and we need to go back and check on the reclusive mage. And we need to go back and check on, what's his name? Bartholomew, I think? Was that it? Also, we needed to talk to the missing child's mother, Jenna. She's not here in my throne room, but I looked online and it said that she's in my tavern. So I can go to my tavern real quick and talk to her. Then we'll go back to, I think Bartholomew's his name's house. We got 200 days on this. Eventually we need to do these other things. These characters self-created or found? Only my main character is self-created, Pizza Vu. The rest are found companions that have their own stories and stuff. Right now, I don't have any of my companions with me because I'm in my throne room.
Time becomes distance.
Let's kick things off right with another loading screen. Loading screen, loading screen. Loading screen, it's a loading screen. We are loading and it's a screen. That's why we call it loading screen. I think what I might need to kill those wisps is glitter dust. Either that or see invisibility. But I don't think see invisibility helps your whole party, and I don't know if invisibility purge is a thing in this game. But I think glitter dust might make it so that in an area, the enemies can't benefit from concealment. I hope that's what it does. In which case, against those wisps that have the 50% miss chance due to concealment, that would negate that 50% miss chance. And then we don't only have to deal with their high armor class. And then if we get some protection from electricity going, they won't absolutely demolish us with those lightning bolts, and then they should be beatable. Still might wait a couple levels anyway, though. Some of these loading times, though, I don't know. They're pretty bad. That's my two complaints about this game. Only two complaints. All the loading screens and how long they are, and the bad map. Not the world map. The world map's great. I mean, the local area map of wherever, whatever screen you're on, is usually really crappy to see. I mean, even here in Capitol Square, I guess it's not awful, but it's not great. But some maps are even harder. It's hard to see without... And the reason why is because the fog of war is on your entire map. And only the part where you actually are is very visible. I mean, things are pretty visible on this map, but when you see me on some of these wilderness areas and dungeon areas, you bring up this map and you can hardly see anything. It's pretty bad. So I'm gonna go over here to my tavern so that I can talk to Jenna and let her know that...
becomes distance.
Let's see if Jod has anything new to say real quick.
How may I serve you, your grace?
Let's see if he's got any scrolls I want. Protection from electricity. What does that do? All allies within a 20-foot radius get temporary immunity to the time of electricity. Absorbs 12 points per caster level. Caster level is 7. So it'll absorb 84 points of lightning damage on each person. That is pretty fucking great. There's also resist electricity. They get resist 10. All the allies get resist 10. So both of those are very good. So I'll remember that he has those for when I'm ready to fight those wisps. Real quick, I'm going to sell him this crossbow and this bear pelt.
Step, step, step.
So now we have to load into the tavern. Then we have to load from the tavern back to Capital Square. Then we have to load from Capital Square back to the world map. Then we gotta travel on the world map to Bartholomew's place. Then we gotta load back into Bartholomew's map. It's a lot of loading screens between now and our next objective. Hold on 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. Back again. Got a spinny Windows thing, that's always a great sign. Now, that happens often. If I Alt-Tab out of this game while the game is on a loading screen, I'll usually get a spinny Windows thing. Alright, so there's Jenna over by the bar. I see her. Where the hell is Jathal, though? Have you guys noticed... I don't know if anybody's even watching, but... notice that, like, when you're out about in your town, Jathal is not to be seen, and now she's not in here either. Where does Jathal go? There's Amiri. She's one of my companions. Alright, let's talk to Jenna. Jenna looks at you with eyes red from tears. Have you found my little boy? Yeah, I went to visit the witch. Your son isn't there. How can that be? And I thought, but if it wasn't her, then that means that... The peasant woman's face turns pale and she covers her mouth with both hands. Calm down. What did you hide from me? My boy... Jenna sobs. He's such a little mischief maker. That day he was especially loud, kept running around the house. He flipped a tub of dough, and, well, oh gods, what have I done? I lost my temper and I shouted at him. I told him he can go drown himself in Candlemere Lake. His own mother wishing he was dead. But how could I have known it would all come true? Candlemere Lake. Candlemere is named for the myriad mysterious dancing lights sometimes seen near the water's surface under moonlight. Possessing a remarkably clear surface and surrounded by a great collection of trees, the lake is well known for the vibrant colors it takes on from the leaves that become trapped within it. In the center of the lake stands a small island, hilly, speckled with willows, and featuring the ruins of an ancient and crumbling tower. According to local legend, drinking from the Candlemere during certain seasons will have particular effects on the drinker, though there is no agreement as to the exact relationship between the seasons and the effects. Sounds pretty crazy. Alright, we'll see you later, Pizza Vu. Have a good one. If you find him, I beg you, tell him I love him more than life itself. Never, never again shall I say anything mean to him. Just bring him back home safe and sound. Alright, I'll go check it out. May a Rustle help you, the woman sobs. Mommy Dearest confessed that she shouldn't have blamed the witch. The real story is that she got angry and shouted at the boy, demanded he leave. So he did. So irresponsible. The neglectful mother recalls saying she wished he'd go drown in Candlemere Lake. We have no better leads, so we may as well start looking there. Another loading screen. And now we're just going to move through Capital Square and have another loading screen. I don't understand how it can take as long as it does to load just from Capital Square into that tavern, and from that tavern back to Capital Square. Like, it's an absurd length of time. Did they just assume everyone has solid-state drives?
Time becomes distance.
You think any of these guys have glitter dust? He just has clerical spells. So he too has the protections from electricity. I don't think Vertil has scrolls, but... he doesn't. He does have 3 scrolls of glitter dust. Lasts a round per level. Only lasts 3 rounds. It says visibly outlining invisible things for the duration of the spell. But it also causes blindness. Like we'd have to use that very carefully. We could buy a scroll of it and teach it to the wizard. I think. I think that's still a thing you can do with wizards. Well, I'm gonna want at least 1 scroll of glitter dust anyway. So let's just buy a scroll of glitter dust. It's only 150 gold. And we'll find out if once we get to our next location. See, you know who I don't see anywhere? Jathal. Now maybe she's just super sneaky and there's Ekendio, Jubilost, Octavia and Ragongar, Harem's over there, Valerie's over there, Tristan's over there, Amiri's in the bar. Where the fuck is Jathal? Like, if I wanted to seek her out and talk to her right now... which I don't, really, but what if I did? She's not in the throne room either.
What's in wait for me there, I wonder?
Anyway, it's time to go back to the wizard's house. The guy with all the traps. The guy who used to have all the traps. Bartholomew. I think that was his name. Sup, Splode? How you doing? Apparently we're already tired, so that's good. There's not a fucking chance I'm gonna load back into the throne room so I can go rest in my room and then load back out to Capital Square. Nope. We can just rest on the world map. Splode in the house. Did you get a haircut today? A little out of control? I hear ya. I hear ya. Well, enjoy your haircut. Run and do that and return with some food. Sounds like a great idea. It's a good plan. I need to go to the store, but I'm putting it off. Alright. I think we want to come back here in 3 days. Like, on the 1st. So this is going to be a short little trip. Back out to the lone house again. Be back relatively shortly. Alright, see you when you get back, Explode. Have a good one. We'll see you when you get back. Alright, here we go.
I'm hungry. When we stop?
Oh. I guess we'll rest before entering the lone house. Hunting is required. This will take some time. This is what time it is now. And it says we're going to rest for 9 hours. But that's going to be plus however long it takes for the hunting. So let's just try it and see what we end up with. I'm trying to rest until I want it to be, you know, daylight when I go in here. I'm sick of roaming around these outside areas at night and not being able to see shit. So now it's almost noon, so this is perfect. Perfect time to go in there. It's interesting, the more people I'm watching play the beginning of this game, the more I'm seeing a lot of people almost running out of time to kill the Stag Lord. And they're not even doing all the stuff you can do before that. They're like skipping over stuff. They're not even exploring the whole map and they're still running out of time. And I think the reason for that is most of the people that play this game that I've seen seem to rest a lot more than I do. Now, maybe I've kind of designed my character around not having to rest too much. I mean, my party around not having to rest too much. But man, people rest a lot. And it uses up a lot of time, actually. So really, every time I skip resting and don't rest, I'm actually really helping myself out in the long term with my time limits and stuff. You really have to think about how much you rest in this game, because if you rest too much, you will run out of time with this stuff. A quick save again now that we're on the... Oh, let's see if we can learn this scroll.
I won't let you down.
Alright, can she learn the scroll of glitter dust? Copy to spellbook. Is it done? It's done. She has glitter dust now. Great, well that's step one of our wisp killing abilities right there. Her being able to cast glitter dust. And then the cleric
The end draws near.
can cast resist energy communal. And we can all get resist 10 against electricity. And I think with the resist energy... Oh, and he can cast protection from energy. 2. So we can get protected from the lightning, and we can counteract their invisibility bullshit. And between those things, I believe they should be killable. We're still gonna level up some before we do, though. But
becomes distance.
oh, trolls, guys.
does it matter?
It's a lot of them.
Unworthy.
Repent!
Serves you right. Out of our story. You deserved it.
That troll is attacking Amiri. Do not attack Amiri.
Tear them apart!
I don't know why I switched targets. That was dumb.
They go down!
There we go. Kida killed that one. Amiri killed that one. Octavia killed that one. And Amiri killed that one. Kata only killed one that time. Step it up, Kata. Step it up. Lots of scrolls and little gems and stuff. We'll take it all.
You have my attention.
He's gonna pop one of these off. Now there's acid traps.
Can you make an epic pose? I need inspiration.
There's a dying troll right there. And some other trolls coming at us.
Wretched things.
Any last wishes?
Alright, good.
This is where I step in.
There we go. Finish him off with the acid. More assorted little treasures.
I wrote it like I saw it.
Yes.
Share your will.
Gotta watch out for new traps. See, look how bad this map is. You see what I'm saying? It's broad daylight. We've already fully explored this map. And you can't really see much on it. Summoned a giant spider.
How curious.
And then our leader charged forwards. Hey, wait for me.
Go ahead, Octavia. So the wizard is summoning spiders to kill these trolls.
Despicable.
Oh! 82 piece! Just incinerated.
Advance.
Ow, that troll just bit the shit out of Amiri.
Your life ebbs low.
What troubles you?
Yes.
Spiders spit poison, not acid. This wizard is a noob. Well, he probably doesn't know how to summon anything that spits acid. He's got to summon some Ankegs. Learn your D&D, son. He's got to summon some Ankegs. What else spits acid? Wow. Some black
You cannot
dragons.
stand against me. Unworthy.
What a waste.
A bizarre amount of missing happening.
Become as dust.
Wretched things.
Oh, there's a hit.
Just letting the ink dry.
Speak.
Both are spooky green liquids in fantasy, but they are not interchangeable. You're right. Get some Ankegs or some black dragons up in here.
What's that?
So there are
Ready
a
and willing.
gang of trolls around on this map now. It's alright, I'll take the XP.
Done and done.
Step, step, step.
Scared? You should be.
Serves you right. Strike worth a legend. Consider provoked. This is for you.
Die, die, die!
Don't switch targets. What's up, Nox? Welcome. These creatures must be out on a stroll. I thought maybe they were on patrol. Either way.
Yes, I'm still here.
State your desire.
It's pretty clear they're out of control.
Patience.
How you doing, Nox? Jibbed.
What's in wait for me there, I wonder?
More trolls. Can't say I'm surprised.
You have my attention.
I'm not afraid.
Despicable. Advance.
Repent.
Won't kill me.
Why the fuck is Amiri taking all this damage?
Let the attack commence!
I'm alright. I'll survive. I always survive.
You're not supposed to be attacking a mirror, you fucking trolls!
Trail me.
Share your will.
Adventures call to them.
Yes.
Grotus awaits us.
She's almost as good as my protagonist. She's hit for 89 damage. Of course, my character hit for 112. But still. Honestly, if I were just building my own party, I would just have 4 fucking two-handed using warriors and 2 fucking heal spec healers to stand behind them and call it a day. Okay, I probably have 1 super tanky tank. And like 3. Anyway, there's no such thing as too many two-hander wielding warriors. There's just no such thing as too
I'll
many.
carve my name onto your flesh.
Well, that looks rough. Let's choke point him here. Of course, we might be choke pointing ourselves too, but
Wretched things.
You deserved it.
Despicable.
okay, Harem, why don't you get tripped?
Your
That'll be
life
great.
ebbs low.
May I see your entrails, please?
Damn it, Harem, why are you where you are? Because he doesn't have the reach, I guess, to attack faster.
I'm good.
Could be worse. Lost.
I need to enlarge so I have the reach to attack past them. I don't like wasting any spells on these easy encounters.
Bring it! Yeah.
Why is he still alive? I literally just hit him with an acid axe. There we go. Hashtag tanks don't stank. That's right, Nox. Unless you're bank. Unless you're barrack. Oh! from Tyranny! Oh, shit, Churro. Oh, shit, Churro. We missed you.
And Lindsay was called forth.
Oh, sorry. Was lost in thought.
Well, get fucking found in thought.
Request.
Time becomes distance.
Leopard Tribe. Full custom party. 6 characters with leopard pets. Mad Dog Barbie plus Animal Domain Cleric plus Fey Druid plus Hunt Master Inquisitor Plus Ranger, plus Sylvan Sorcerer. That does sound pretty cool. That does sound pretty cool. Now, my custom party would probably be all paladins or something. The pathing will be a shit show. Fucking shit, Churro. That guy was gross.
You cannot stand against me.
Oh, Dimwit's here. We told you to set Dimwit free, you motherfucker. Alright, you know what? This time we're gonna use our shit.
Unworthy.
He says, assist me. Oh no, you're gonna die, Bartholomew. I got bad news for you, pal.
Tear them apart!
He's already dead, isn't he? I don't like where Amiri's standing very much. Cav enlarged, I'm in a mutagen. She's gonna
Wretched
keep
things.
tanking. I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna turn this on and come
Repent!
to work. She's going to cast Heroism on her. And she's going to cast Haste! Oh, this one's trying to be sneaky over there.
Die, die, die!
Branded. These two aren't branded, so the fireball will work on them. Try not to catch my own people in it.
Serves you right.
Your life ebbs low.
They go down!
Ooh, we leveled up.
This body holds no more.
Kate, 113! That just beat her record by 1 point. Dude, that's without sneak attack or precise strike damage, apparently. Wow, 113, not bad.
Time becomes distance.
Well, he doesn't. I don't think he's dead. We can talk to him. And 1 acid, yeah. Thorax pendant, a magic great club, a pearl, and a silver ring. The Crusher. Oh yeah, I saw Brad using this. It's a +2 oversized great club. Its size penalty is reduced to -2. I mean, it's certainly better than this Great Club +2, but... But Miri uses this. Her attack is +7.
Don't give that to me!
What do you mean, don't give that to me? Her damage goes up slightly. And her attack goes up by 1. So I guess she'll use this for now. She'll keep her ginormous though in case she needs slashing damage. You would have figured it would have been 9 damage because that would be acid 9. Oh, Nox. Sweet. We're going to be level 7. But before we start leveling up all willy-nilly, let's talk to Bartholomew.
Share your will.
Just in case we get ambushed by something else.
Well, sorry. Was lost in thought.
Okay, guess we're good for now. Crusher, yet it looks like it's made to penetrate. Penetrate and crush. Hey, 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 lovely entities. How you doing, son Gnef? Good to see ya. Good to see ya. The wizard's clothing is soaked with blood. His face is disfigured, and one of his eyes is missing. He's beyond rescue. With tremendous effort, he moves his swollen, bloody lips to speak, his voice barely a whisper. You... I should have run. Once it was clear. The local baroness was a spineless moron. Should have... But I thought you'd protect... Octavia spits on the floor near the wizard's corpse. Don't count on it. They're thieves, like you. Stole a precious item. My whip. But now I know where their lair is. The map. Bartholomew points to a location on the map with his broken finger, leaving a bloody fingerprint behind. Kill them. All of them. Or better, die there yourself. Oh, fuck you, Barthol. Well, that's done. Guiding beacon. The wizard turned out to be highly educated, but not nice at all. He kept a living troll in his laboratory and performed unspeakable, horrible, and inhumane experiments on the poor creature. But you know what people say, evil deeds and curses are like chickens. They always come home to roost. Although trolls are definitely nothing like chickens, they came here to beat the heck out of the wizard. He'd have been wiser to experiment on chickens. Luckily, the wizard told us where we can find the troll lair. They've stolen some valuable of his, and he's been able to locate it by magical means. So here's the lesson. Don't steal from wizards, and don't upset trolls. The item those trolls stole from the wizard turned out to be a silver knitting hook. Haha, I wish. Actually, it's a whip with a bone handle. That is so like him. Magic cloak. Magic helmet. Magic dagger. You just woke up? Good. Good. Probably Sky wrote all those extra words. Probably. We've got Doctor Strange's cloak, so that's going to be problematic. +2 resistance bonus on saves. I'm not going to give up my wyvern skin cloak. I kind of like her having that cold resist 10. Guess Amiri will wear it. And then... The dwarf will wear the ruler's mantle. And the other two both have cloaks +1. Headband of Vast Intelligence +4. That is a lot of intelligence. That will replace her intelligence headband +2. I don't think anybody's going to wear the intelligence headband +2. I mean, the dwarf could technically wear it, but I don't think he'd gain anything from it. Arcane Protector. +1 dagger. Grants a +3 dodge bonus to AC. Ooh. And immunity to nauseated. It's a pretty sweet dagger, actually. If somebody on my team was really gonna fight with a dagger. But maybe someone is. Do these stack? They do stack. Ooh, look at that with the lightning on it. Somebody's going to be in our party eventually that may find good use for these. Who could it be now? Do 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 do. Anything else special we can loot from here? I mean, we already looted the place the last time we were here, so. Poor Dimwit.
Step, step, step.
We did order him to let Dimwit go. It's his own damn fault that he didn't. Maybe he did, though, and maybe Dimwit came back with these other trolls. Whatever. Fuck him. Fuck him! Alright, let's level up. To level 7. Dagger of Pepto-Bismol. Haha! Nox. Fights nausea. I'll be taking another level of Vivisectionist, which will get me another die of sneak attack. And athletics. No fresh troll research. Yeah. Ooh, I get a feat. Alright. I don't even have accomplished sneak attacker yet, do I? I should get it. I've got cleaving finish, armor focus. Power attack, cleave, extra rage, and precise strike. And I'm pretty sure I have dodge too. I do. I got the combat trick, which was dodge, I think. So yeah, accomplished sneak attacker would be nice. It's a whole other d6. Bump, 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 bump. I already have armor focus heavy, so getting the other armor focuses would do me no good. Blind fight. Would actually be useful against wisps, but I'm not going to take that. Even more extra rage. Toughness. Vital strike. Alright. Accomplished sneak attacker it is. So now my sneak attack should be up to 3d6 plus a d6 of precise strike. So that's like a 4d6 sneak attack on a character using a great axe. Yes. Only there were quest feats, like something special for Vivisectionists about slicing trolls from him. Yeah, that would be pretty cool if I would have had like a cool dialogue option because I'm a Vivisectionist with him, but no. And I get another spell. I mean, the only one of these I would hypothetically ever even use, which I won't, is True Strike. So we'll take that. I mean, I never even use any of my other spells. I just use Enlarge, Enlarge, Enlarge all day long. Alright. So now if I look at my spell book, I can memorize 4 first level spells. I guess I don't need 4 enlarges. I could take a Cure Light Wounds or a shield. Or an expeditious retreat. Shield is pretty good. Because that 4 AC would stack with all my other AC. I would have a 31 AC. In case I need to off-tank some shit. Then again, it's basically Quen. Dare I go that way? I daren't. When in doubt, I'll take the Cure Light Wounds. I'll take a Cure Light Wounds. I've got 3 enlarges. That's enough. I very rarely run out of enlarges with her before I run out of all my other shit with the other characters, right? So I'll take a Cure Light Wounds.
Quick, quick! Else we miss all the fun!
Alright, and now I'm up to 80 hit points. What's with giving a fellow Vivisectionist shit for doing exactly what the class description says? Okay, Anonymous, you know Vivisectionists
Shall we move?
work on
We shall
dead
move.
things, typically. He wasn't just vivisecting dead creatures. He was doing all kinds of torture experiments on something that was alive. Now remember, if you were here when I played this scene, my character actually said, yeah, go ahead, keep doing the experiments, it's fine. But then, Octavia freaked out about it, and I was like, okay, fine, we can do what Octavia wants. That's the only reason I even told him to get rid of... Vivisectionist literally means one who cuts living. Really? I thought vivisection was done on things when they were dead. But I could be wrong. Studies bodies to better understand their function. Unlike a chirurgeon, a vivisectionist's goals are not related to healing, but rather to experimentation and knowledge that most people would consider evil. Yeah, so I guess this is kind of pretty darn similar to what this guy was doing. Yeah. Specifically relates to cutting up live specimens. Oh, okay. Interesting. Thanks, Isco. And Maz says Viv is life, dissect is dead. Yeah, I guess that does make sense. She's gonna keep going on cleric. That'll get her 3rd level cleric spells. And nothing else. What is this? Precise strike. Oh, she already got that, right. A little more perception, a little more religion, a little more mobility. Ooh, select. Oh, she doesn't really need selective channel though, because her channeling never really. Alright, she's already got armor focus heavy. No, she doesn't. What? She doesn't? I took shield focus. No, I don't want point blank shot. I just want to see what feats I already have. I have toughness, dodge, precise strike, point blank shot, shield focus. Oh, she doesn't have armor focus. Sweet, that's another point of AC for her. So now she's got 67 health and a 33 AC, but which is actually 36 with fighting defensively. So she's really got a 36 AC. And she can raise it one more with her little thing, so she can have a 37 AC. That's with no buffs on her. No buffs cast on her at all.
Speak.
Well, other than her own little self-buff, which she can use for one encounter. But 36 all the time AC. It's not bad for a...
State your desire.
What, 7th level character? Amiri. I think I'm going to keep going on fighter with her. I'm just not that thrilled with Barbarian. If I take more Barbarian levels, she gets another rage power, but I'm not that thrilled with the other rage powers she can get. So I'm going to keep going fighter with Amiri, not Barbarian. Because at 4th level fighter, she gets another bonus feat. She can't be any of these things, obviously. Okay. She gets 2 feats this time. Give her heavy armor focus. And I'm going to give her cleave. Then I could get her cleaving finish like I have, which is pretty nice. Or I don't really want to mess around with doing maneuvers because I don't know, I just don't. Although Sunder Armor is pretty good. Doesn't she get a bonus to that for being a two-handed fighter? She does get a bonus to it for being a two-handed fighter, and that bonus will keep going up. Maybe I should get her Sunder Armor. Does that work on any creature? Oh, it probably doesn't work for natural armor. It only works for, like, an armor bonus from worn armor. Outflank is very good. Yeah, multiple people have to... Oh, but it is nice, though. I mean, multiple people have to have the feat. Whenever you crit, it provoke... Holy shit! That is good. I mean, we're gonna need it on... basically all my melee. So I can just wait until the next level in which we all get a feat, which will be 9. Otherwise, she'll have the feat now and nobody else will. Sunder armor. I don't know. We don't even fight things wearing armor much. We mostly fight big monsters and stuff. Doesn't seem that good. Combat mobility is nice. I should just get her cleave and then get her cleaving finished later. But by now it's kind of... Hold on. What if I don't take armor focus as my bonus feat? Then I get a wider selection of feats here. Like she could get something like Die Hard. Oh, it requires features Orc Ferocity. Or maybe it requires that you don't have Orc Ferocity, actually. Oh, she could get more Rage. No, I'm gonna take Heavy Armor Focus. And Cleave. Keeping it simple. With the classics. Now her AC is 25, which is reasonable. For a Barbarian, it's way better than what most people's Amiris will have. Because most people Amiri will only be single class Barbarian. She won't be able to wear heavy armor. She won't have dodge and armor focus and... What else was I gonna do on her? Oh yeah. Put Cleave on the bar here.
The end draws near.
Share your will.
She also has 3rd level spells now. So I'm just gonna memorize a couple Cure Serious. For now, I can always come back and memorize something specific if I need something specific for a specific fight.
Grotus awaits
Let's level
us.
up the other cleric. He gets 4th level spells now. He's already got armor focus. Extra channel. Extra channel. That's not bad. Oh, but he doesn't have shield focus yet, so let's get him that. Now his AC's pretty respectable as well. So he can get another one of these. Neutralize poison, Crusader's Edge. Pretty cool. Death Ward is really nice for when you actually need Death Ward. Divine Power is an amazing clerical self-buff, especially at high levels. Restoration is super important when you actually need it. Shield of Dawn. Interesting. But you know, it's just going to be some cure critical wounds. Oh, domain slots. Let's grab freedom of movement.
Yes, I'm still here.
Now he's starting to run out of spaces on his bar. Honestly, he never uses that. Wait, I don't want to memorize cure critical wounds. Slow it the fuck down. I can spontaneous convert to that. I want to memorize inflict critical wounds. There we go. There we go. Okay.
What troubles you?
Then there's Lindsay, taking another level of Arcane Trickster. That'll get her some more sneak attack. Combat casting could be good. Knowledge could be good. Extra performance could be good. Rapid shot. She's got precise shot already. I mean, she must have point blank shot because it's a prerequisite. Somewhere in here she's got point blank shot. Maybe it says her combat trick right here. Nope, not going for Eldritch Knight. Pure Arcane Trickster all the way up. On Octavia and Lindsay. I'm gonna take Rapid Shot. She gets another spell. I could learn Glitter Dust, but I don't really need her to learn Glitter Dust now since I just learned it on my wizard. This Vados is kind of nice. Doesn't last very long though. I'm gonna grab Cat's Grace.
Anything is possible. Just
now
letting the ink dry.
It's 5 and 4. I don't even know why she has a Wand of Magic Missile. She can't even use it. I mean, she can use it with a Use Magic Device check, but that's like saying she can't use it. Because it means she has a chance of failing every time she tries. She's got wands for days. I mean, I guess she can use it probably pretty well most of the time with a plus 14 Use Magic Device. Finally, Octavia, also Arcane Trickster. Keep going on the stealth, the trickery, the mobility. Those are some ridiculous bonuses right there. The arcane knowledge and more perception. Never really casts any offensive spells that require saves. I mean, now she's got Fireball, but I'm going to phase that out in favor of casting more hastes anyway. I could get her some meta magic, like extend spell. What's up, Brad? Thanks for that host. Spell specialization. Third level spells for her. Needs more breath weapon. Right, Nox? Thanks for the host, Brad. How you doing? Alright, transmutation. She's gonna take slow. And she's gonna take... Spell magic, protection from energy. Resist energy communal. Should probably have somebody that can do that since I'm going to be getting rid of... Well, Jathal will be able to do it. I didn't realize wizards could get heroism in Pathfinder. In D&D, only bards could get it. I'm gonna get Dispel Magic. Because there may be times when you really need that. Impromptu sneak attack.
Here!
She hits all the time with her bow. And she hits reasonably well. She's got good dexterity and a good bow and stuff. Bracers of archery. She gets the flanking bonus because flanking works differently in this game.
I won't let you down.
Bull's strength. The strength of bulls. Special stance. 1 round per day. It's terrible.
Ready and willing.
Wow, she only has a +5 to hit. Well, that's with rapid shot on. It's not great. It's not a great bonus to hit. Why is hers so much better? Oh, because her dex is... No, it's not why. Because she's smaller. Doesn't oh, because her base attack bonus is much better. It's 2 points better. You're right, though. She is going to struggle hitting anything. Well, with rapid shot, at least she gets 2 chances around to roll a 20. Alright. We are all leveled up. She still only has 35 hit points, for fuck's sake. God damn it, Octavia.
You can count on me.
I need to take toughness for her. That'll get her 7, 8. Well, if I take it at level 9 when she levels up to gets her next feat, that'll get her 9 extra hit points. Plus 1 more every level. Alright, well, we're done here. We came to save the mage, or at least find out what was going on with the mage. The mage is dead. Yeah, I just got that weapon that you had, Brad. That, crusher. Just got it. The crusher! So much loading screen. Okay. Wonder if there's any more trolls around. Guess they didn't fix the display
Here
bug
I
on the
am.
crusher.
See?
The crazy weapon that floats above your shoulder.
Time becomes distance.
There's the troll that was turned to stone. Alright, so
Step.
at this point,
Step.
I'm trying to kill a couple of days before heading back. It's the 29th. I kind of want to go back on like the 1st. So I don't want to dick around out here too long. There's not really any locations here that I want to particularly go to in the amount of time that I want to spend. Like, if we just go back to Stag Skull right from here, it'll take 10 hours. Alright, let's go here. I want to check out this Kobold Trail real quick. A remote place known for numerous kobold trails. There is a chance that trolls have decided to use the scaly little creature's paths, as tracks leading to a troll lair have been found in the hills. Am I going to koboldly investigate it? Yes, Nox, that's what I'm going to do. Koboldly. So koboldly. The hills seem pleasant, even welcoming. No gray doom and gloom, just walking along the path and enjoying the view of all the cute little white pyramids built out of pebblestone. Or wait, was it pebblestone? Horror of horrors, what I mistook for pebbles were polished bones. All along the path the grass was riddled with pyramids made of polished kobold remains. It got us to thinking, is it wise to follow such a grim path, the way marked by death itself? Defying all danger, we followed the path. Trying to brush away thoughts on who may have polished the kobold vertebrae and why, we quickly moved along the path leading through the pale hills. It didn't take long for us to reach a mountain river with a bridge crossing over it. Well, bridge may be a bit generous. It was actually just a long branch, about as thick as an arm, spanning from one bank to the other. It may have been enough for a kobold to cross, since we could see another of those small bone pyramids on the far side, but it didn't look nearly strong enough for our party to cross. Let's carefully examine the river. We quickly discovered that the river was quite deep. I plunged my arm shoulder deep into the water and couldn't even feel the bed. It was fast, too. The current pulled a dried leaf off my sleeve and it was gone from my sight in a blink. And it was cold. Very, very cold. Frankly, none of us were interested in taking a swim. A huge update? How huge of an update, Brad? Did 7 have? Like 10 gigs? None of us wanted to take a swim. Let's examine the branch. The branch did have one thing going for it, though. Being so thick, it happened to be quite sturdy. But that didn't make the flimsy crossing any less slippery or challenging to anyone daring to set foot on it. I wonder how many kobolds have slipped on the wet bark and found a watery grave in the ice-cold river. We talked it over and chose a volunteer to try crossing the river. I'm sure that Octavia will have no difficulty with this. Oh my god, you need mobility, athletics, and strength? Fuck! Maybe you just need one or the other. Let's just send Octavia over and see what happens. Octavia was unperturbed by the thin branch and the speeding current. After a deep breath, our volunteer set forth along the precarious crossing. One step, then another. A few feet crossed with no trouble, and I started to think that maybe things would be fine. That's when the branch jerked and started to shake. It was rolling over. With no time to think, all Octavia could do was jump to the other side. Oh, the lengths we'll go to in our efforts to keep our pride untarnished and our pants dry. One incredible jump, and Octavia was on the other bank. Octavia took a moment to catch her breath and turned her attention back to the crossing. A nearby shrub concealed an amusing kobold contraption, a crooked ladder built from random planks and sticks. It seems the kobolds crossed the river in much the same way we had, sending their most agile companion across to fling the ladder over to the other side. The keywords leather and straps aren't in the update. Nox! Well, that's all that really matters. If they didn't add leather straps, fucking forget it. Welcome back, Splode. How's your haircut? Did you get some food? Losing no more time, we cross the river. Ooh, look at this. That's very cool. One small pyramid made of polished kobold bones may be a bit spooky, but it's not unbearable. But how about thousands? We found ourselves looking over a proper kobold graveyard. Each little pyramid a mark of kobold death, and that mark made out of their own remains. Yeesh. The real enigma, though, waited in the heart of the burial ground. The centerpiece was made of hundreds, maybe even thousands of polished bones, all put together to form the head of an enormous dragon. Imagine it. These small, nonsensical reptiles somehow managed to create a sculpture both fearsome and magnificent. Such might, and yet such frailty as well. If a single bone were to be removed from the foundation, this beautiful statue would crumble to dust. It's the world's most elaborate Jenga tower. Got a sandwich plus a few drinks for the night. Nice, Splode. Glad to hear it. And I even spotted one such flimsy bone. Regardless, we'd come face to face with irrefutable proof. The kobolds, for better or worse, were changing. This news had no impact on our search for the trolls, though. The land was clearly sacred to the kobolds, and it seemed unlikely they would bring their new friends here. But how would the Baroness deal with the structure we found in her realm? Destroy it? See, they're so fucked up on their alignment in this game. If you meet actual living kobolds who are just hanging out, having a kumbaya, the lawful good option in this game is to charge forward and cut their heads off immediately. But if you meet a kobold shrine, you better not touch that fucking thing, because it's chaotic evil if you do. Killing actual kobolds, lawful good. Destroying their art, chaotic evil. Wow. Alright. I think my character would have respect for this, actually. That's pretty awesome. Good job, kobolds. Nobody touch it. Following my advice, the Baroness adjusted the dangerously loose bone in the hope of reinforcing the remarkable composition. Her Grace was standing to leave when a glint from the dragon's jaw drew her attention. Carefully reaching inside, the Baroness pulled out what seemed to be a dirty stone. Beneath an outer layer of clay, we found a large, finely cut emerald. It seemed the kobold spirits decided to grant us a gift. Okay, wait. Did I not just choose respect their shrine? How is stealing their emerald respecting their shrine? This is such a Saito thing, too. Oh, there's an emerald in there? And before a shadow demon comes out and attacks us. It would lead to an art attack. Oh, Nox. How am I respecting their shrine by stealing the emerald out of there? Stowing the offering. Apparently respect only goes so far. Respect lasts until you find something worth 500 gold. Then respect is over. 500 gold. The price of respect. Stowing the offering in her bag, the Baroness turned and left. We dutifully followed our leader, and soon the bizarre kobold burial ground was far behind us. Well, too much for that location. At this point, I need to head back to Stag Skull because it's going to be the first. I'm going to have stuff kicking off, events getting finished and stuff. And, we're going to need to rest and stuff anyway, so I could go to this kobold camp first. Doesn't seem that much further. A small clearing in the forest in which someone has set up camp. Strange hissing voices can be heard, speaking in some incomprehensible language. We're gonna go to the kobold camp, then we're gonna head back to the capital. Strange voices can be heard. At level 9, I'll have my entire melee group take the outflank feat. That's a lot of kobolds. You see a gang of kobolds resting around a campfire. When they finally notice you, they jump up and start scuttling around, making a mess, and bumping into each other, all the while muttering something in their hissing language. Cacophony! It gives everybody that is flanking with other people that have the feat a +4 bonus to hit, and if you crit someone, anybody else who has that feat gets an attack of opportunity against them for you critting them. So having all your melee characters have that feat would lead to amazing shenanigans. I didn't even notice it until Anonymous pointed it out to me. Muttering in their hissing language. Cacophony! One kobold emerges from the swarming crowd. His scales are a touch lighter than those of his companions. Upon closer inspection, he seems to be extremely old. His skin is dry and lifeless, and he clearly lost some of his scales long ago. There's something curious about this kobold. He seems to be calm, confident, and wise? The old kobold hisses. The rest of the kobolds immediately calm down.
Greetings.
He says, addressing you and sticking out his hand.
Greetings.
Greetings!
Greetings.
This one just couldn't quite say greetings. He's just, eh. Oh, they're so cute, Octavia exclaims, clasping her hands together. May I keep one? Hey! Greetings, kobolds! Put her there! Shake the kobold's hand. You shake the old kobold's hand. It's slimy and cold. He continues to stare, his eyes still yellow and emotionless.
Kobolds, humans, love.
The old kobold says. Is he hitting on me? He's a scale-lean kobold? Oh, Nox. Aw, it seems he's in love with you.
King, search.
Yeah, we thought we killed him. They're looking for... The old kobold seems to have said his piece, so he just continues to stare at you with cold, still eyes. Tartuk! Now that's a familiar name. Do you know the story of the Sootscale tribe? The kobold seems to not understand a single word you're saying, but reacts to the word Sootscale.
Sootscale, but not friend.
Alright, let's get this sorted out. Here we go. All the kobolds are staring at you now, no blinking or movement among them. It's starting to get uncomfortable.
Tartuk, trolls, love, search. Tartuk, kobold.
Oh no, it's based on wisdom! My character's got a 7 wisdom! No matter how hard you try, you can't glean anything useful from the old kobold's gibberish. There's virtually no chance I could succeed at this. That's not true. That's not true. Apparently, I have a +4. Oh, is this based on the best person in the party's wisdom? It must be based on the best person in the party's wisdom. Which means we really only needed to roll an 11. Which means I could save scum this. I could save scum this, you guys. Doot, doot. Doot, doot. And we're going to. Needs more comprehend languages. Or I could just use skywriting, the universal language. Everyone understands skywriting. Doot, 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 doot. I need to get another drink. This day I'm drinking Diet Pepsi, which is the in-between drink. It's not like I have brought shame to my family line and must end my life of drinking Diet Shasta, but it's not like I am the god among men of drinking Coke Zero. It's like, just sort of, in between. It's not good, but it's not repugnant. It's doable, says Nox. Yeah. I got something special in store for you guys a little later in the stream. I'm going to be switching off of Pathfinder. And we're going to have something kind of like movie night. Kind of like movie night. That's all I'm going to say for now. Right, we've been through this. Damn it. I want to make that roll. Is that so wrong? To want to make that roll? Cowman the Uttered Avenger. It's not exactly going to be a movie like that. Probably everyone will hate my idea and nobody will watch. But you know. I did see Barnyard. I streamed it. On this very stream, the entirety of Barnyard. I want to know what the statute of limitations is on my strikes on my Twitch account. So that I can start streaming movies again. Because right now I have 2 strikes, and if I get a 3rd strike, they might take my Twitch account away forever. But there's got to be a statute of limitations on that shit. So I want to know at what point do those old strikes fall off so that I can start breaking the rules again. I did it! We're so wise, you guys. Thanks, guidance. Like, I inadvertently streamed a couple of things which had some nudity in them. Oops. And man, we got caught fast, too. Look, I learned my lesson there. After the second time, I learned my lesson. And, I won't do that again. But now I'm worried if I stream any movie that I could get in trouble for it, and they'll be like, well, you've already gotten in trouble twice before, no more Twitch account for you ever again. Over several minutes, you managed to piece together that these kobolds are looking for their king, Tartuk, who's lost somewhere. After several minutes beyond that, you deduce that this Tartuk somehow managed to befriend some trolls. Why are you looking for Tartuk? I'm looking for him too, but it's so I can chop him in half.
King.
The old kobold answers.
Tartuk. Trolls. Kobold. Love.
Yeah, but I think it's a different thing. It's a difference between nudity in a game and nudity in a show. I think they put a big difference there. I can point them toward the Hodag's lair. How is that chaotic neutral and not evil? That is fucking evil. Alright, so I think my character is random, but not malicious towards these things. Yeah, Tartuk? Definitely saw him. He was over that way. Unable to judge the expression on his snout, you can't tell if the old kobold believed you. After you answer, he turns away from you as if you ceased to exist. The kobolds quickly gather and leave into the woods. That would have been a lot of kobolds if we would have fought them. Kobolds are nasty little creatures. Bigger monsters only tend to notice them if they happen to step on one. And yet, surprisingly, kobolds here are treated with respect. This is very suspicious. The local kobolds hold one of their own in high esteem, a shaman named Tartuk. How do you impress such despicable creatures anyway? By being the most vile and cowardly of them all? Well, we already know where their lair is. It's already been revealed to us. Would that be more neutral evil? Seems pretty chaotic to me. Neutral evil always seems like self-interest is the thing. Like, if you had something to benefit by pointing the kobolds to the troll lair, then yeah. But if you're not benefiting from it and it's just pure malice, many small footprints are visible in the dirt. They seem to be recent. If it's just pure malice, literally just to cause things to die for no reason whatsoever other than fun, then that's chaotic evil. Now, if I'd pointed them in a direction where something kind of bad would happen to them, but it wouldn't be like total annihilation, just like a prank, now I could see that being chaotic neutral. But when you're literally pointing them to certain death for the sheer
Step.
cruelty of it, that's chaotic evil to me. Gotta search the whole map. You understand. See? Token of the Dryad. Boom.
What's in wait for me there, I wonder?
Over here, we got some herbs and shit.
How curious.
Found some hidden shit. Found some hidden shit. Silver ring and a potion of cure moderate wounds. Take it, man. And some herbs. They'd left their fruits and trout and cure light wound scroll and some rations and some rope here. Can't go that way, apparently.
Trail me.
You can count on me.
Apparently I can count on her. Alright, now we're definitely going back to Stag Skull. After we quick save.
I need to catch my breath.
What's happening? Random encounter. I don't think it's really random, guys. Because when it's really random, it's always like, do you want to fight or try to avoid? When it's a scripted, like, special encounter, it'll say there is someone on the road. And this is what it said this time. So I think it's one of these special scripted encounters. Maybe it's Rosavi, Kurosami, and Adamas. We saw something that probably no one else had ever seen before. Beside the blazing campfire stood a kobold, who had wrapped himself in a worn-out elven robe. On the far side of the clearing, 3 enormous trolls shuffled their feet, hesitating. The kobold stretched out his calloused paws and with immense gravity hissed and mumbled incomprehensibly. We could barely even guess at what all this meant. Sneak closer with stealth. You can do this, Octavia. Hiding behind the elm trees, we crept close enough to hear the mysterious kobold's mumbling. Screaming, we jumped out of the bushes and pretended to be fire spirits. You guys. I really want to try listening in, right? But how can Kata not do that? It's the most crazy, chaotic thing. It's like eating the dragonfly or whatever. Let's pretend to be fire spirits. The rest of the party is like, no, that's a terrible idea. We're doing it! Succeeded at a charisma check! Fire spirit Nox bluff for real, Nox. We jumped out from behind the trees, brandishing torches and screaming gods know what. Some of us growled, some squealed. One of us plunged a torch into the dry grass, lighting it up and spreading trails of fire all around. Hissing and grinning at us, the kobold mumbled some spells, preparing for battle. And the trolls... well, the trolls were long gone. Their innate fear of fire and our unmatched artistry had done the trick. The trolls ran away. A fight with just one kobold didn't seem a difficult task, but the mystery of what had transpired in that glade would shortly die with him.
Can you make an epic pose? I need
We really do
inspiration.
have to fight this little guy, huh?
Unworthy.
See? Octavia doesn't always miss. She hit. She did 18. She did 18. Good job, Octavia. Thorax pendant.
Time becomes distance.
Another map that we have to carefully search. In case there's something hidden on it.
Step, step, step.
No, that was not Tartuk. That was just some random kobold flame shaman. Wand of Bless. A magic cloak. A masterwork crossbow. He was worth killing. Wand of Bless with 9 charges. That's nice. Cloak of Resistance +2. So she's got a cloak that she likes. She's got a cloak that she likes. She's got a cloak that she likes. He could wear this. That didn't seem to raise his saving throws. Why didn't that raise his saving throws? What's he wearing that's giving him a bonus? This shield! He doesn't even need this cloak, actually. Actually, he could still benefit from that cloak because it gives +3 on saves against poison. His shield gives him +2 resistance on saves. +2 natural armor. +1 natural armor. +1. Alright, we're gonna give Lindsay this cloak. And we're gonna give Octavia this cloak. And the other cloaks we can just get rid of in our... With this special event in my stiffer? Oh, you're gonna hate it. It's a terrible special event that you won't want to watch. How you doing, Boss Pie? Honestly, I generally don't think anyone will like it.
What's in wait for me there, I wonder?
Which generally is not what you're supposed to choose for things to stream when you're like, no one will like this. But basically, I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm good, thanks. Glad to hear that you're good.
Trail me. Step, step, step.
Is it the thing I was thinking of streaming a while back and asked us to guess what it was? When was that? Well, when I watch someone stream their commentary on wrestling, I think I can't stand it. This would be just about as bad as someone's commentary on wrestling.
Time becomes distance. Forwards. No, backwards, backwards.
Okay, I don't think there's anything else on this map. Well, I don't even remember what that was or what that was going to be, but it definitely wasn't this. This is a new idea I just came up with today. Josiah story times. That was a real treat. We can do some story times at some point. For Halloween. Last Halloween I read H.P. Lovecraft stories. You were here for that, weren't you?
Resting would be nice, don't you think?
Yes, resting would be great. That's why we're going home. Just, everybody relax. Just 20 more hours of walking until we can rest. No big deal, guys. Just 20 more hours of walking. You'll be fine. Permanent effects, e.g., permanent blindness. Not in my version of the game. I have it turned on to where even permanent.
Is a burden.
Oh fuck! I don't know what a primal Hydra is, but the fact that it's got primal, we're just leaving. Can we just leave? We actually can just leave, but we're not going to, of course. I really hope there's only one over there.
I need to catch my breath.
At least we're all fatigued, so we can't use rage or anything. That's great.
Grotus awaits us.
What's the holdup?
I crave for adventure.
And I don't have my mutagen. And we don't have bull strength, and we don't have any fucking heals.
Here!
We do have a haste, though, and that's really all you need.
And Lindsay was called for.
Yes.
Haste is all you need. Do 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 do. Haste is all you need.
I wrote it like I
Do
saw
do
it.
do do do. Haste is all you
State your
need.
desire.
Need.
Unworthy.
Haste
You
is
cannot
all you
stand
need.
against wretched things. Despicable.
Die, die, die! Tear them apart!
Haste is all you need. Do 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 do. Haste is all you need. Do 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 do. Haste is all you need. Need. Haste is all you need. We have the pony! The pony is all you need. Alright, see ya when you get back, boss. Okay, the wand is going. Scorching ray. We got the pony out. Okay, it drops a 76 piece to end things. I guess it wasn't that hard.
Speak.
Guess it wasn't that hard.
The end draws near.
We got 2 Hydra eyes. Because it's primal, that means it has 2 eyes instead of 1. Unlike those cycloptic Hydras we've been fighting.
My life is a burden.
Jubilost. Jubilost Nartruple at your service. Let's continue on our journey. Back home. Yes, I do wish to enter this location. It's 4 in the afternoon on the 31st. We're going straight to the throne realm. Did you say throne realm? I did. Loading screen, loading screen, loading screen, it's a loading screen. What time is it? I think what we'll do is... I'm over 2 hours now on Pathfinder, so we're gonna finish our town business here real quick. We won't be real quick, but we're gonna finish our town business. And then we're going to end this episode, stop playing Pathfinder for a bit, do the special thing, and then come back for some more Pathfinder after the special thing's over. Although the special thing's gonna take like 2 hours. I think maybe even a little more than 2 hours. Actually, given the fact that I'm going to be talking and everything during it as well, and we're going to be having discussion and commentary, it's going to take like 3 or 4 hours. So maybe there won't be more Pathfinder. Who knows? We'll see how long I feel like streaming. All the commentary, says Nox.
I need to catch my breath.
My life is a burden.
A problem demands your personal attention, Your Grace. Your acquaintance, Oleg, has been refusing to pay his taxes for months now, even though his trading post is located in your lands. The fool didn't realize he should have come to you immediately, but even so, please lend him your ear. Well, what's the matter, Oleg? What's the problem? Oleg grimaces, making a clear effort to not spit on the floor. Since the moment you founded your barony, Your Grace, I became your subject. He grits his teeth. But I'm also still a subject of the Eldori and the rest of. When you brought down the Stag Lord, I thought my troubles were over. But no. Oleg shakes his head. My whole life I've paid taxes to the rest of. Now on top of that, your tax collectors darken my doorstep. Guard from any further rest of it claims? I'll discuss the matter with the Sword Lords. That seems a little too lawful. Well, what do you guys think? Your Grace, the Aldore Sword Lords are true allies and the backbone of the barony. I would hope you still value Lady Germandy's support and won't let such short-term interest undermine our alliance. Oleg is more important than a few months' worth of taxes. Collecting now would ruin a kind and honest, if somewhat clueless, man. Please keep this in mind, Your Grace. Well, Oleg, what do you think? Do you want to have allegiance to me, or to Restov? Oleg looks like he's surprised to be asked. He thinks for a moment, and he realizes he's making an extraordinary effort to be polite. Forgive me, Your Grace, but regardless of what banner they fly, all tax collectors are little more than bandits to me. Ha! I like this guy. I agree. Don't worry about it. We won't tax you anymore. You can just pay taxes to them and don't worry about us. Solved. Thank you, Your Grace. The Aldore will not forget this. A bad peace is better than a good war. Solved! Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna build a wall between here and Restov, and I'm gonna make Restov pay for it. Problem solved. Some half-elf, trading fabric in the capital, discovered a loophole in the law which made it possible to avoid paying most taxes. The news spread quickly through the Merchants Guild. Measures should be taken immediately or the Treasury will take a loss. Tristan was sent to handle this, and he triumphed. Reasonable changes in legislation made it possible not only to cover the loophole, but also to replenish the losses of the Treasury. And we have a bunch more loyalty. Good job, Tristan. Way to not fail. We also gained some economy by meeting with Oleg just now. So, this is going to take 9 more days, 7 more days, and 14 more days. We have no current events. We have no projects. This is going to take 57 more days. We can't do this because she's busy for a while. We can't do this because she's busy for a while. We can't do this because we literally don't have a qualified person. We can't do this because she's busy for a while. We can't do this because I don't want to. This I want to do, and this we probably could do and should do, but not yet. This we're not going to do. This we're not going to do. And this, I don't know if we'll ever do, because it costs 1500 BP. There's nothing else we can really do, so I want to skip a day, I think. Or maybe I'll go rest, and then I'll come back and check, because then when I rest, it'll be the next day. I've never held down shift plus space for tactical time flow. That makes it sound really fancy when all you're really doing is putting it into slow motion. Tactical time flow. It's slow mode is what it is. Let's not try to make it sound cooler than it is. I've never seen anybody use tactical time flow. I gotta try to remember to use some tactical time flow in our next battle to see what happens. Down with the TTF. Sounds like a Doctor Who thing. Yeah.
Resting would be nice, don't you think?
Alright.
Time becomes distance.
I do think resting would be nice. We're gonna do that right now. Sontaran's perverting the course of human history. Sure. Look at Ember standing up on 2 legs. Alright. See what other shenanigans we can get up to with this kingdom now. Shenanigans. 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 Why do you keep saying that, Josiah? Alright, we're gonna hit skip day once. Nothing new? We're gonna do it again. Alright, I guess nothing is gonna pop off right now. So, it's time to do... Wait, how long do I have before these things are done? 7 days, 5 days, 12 days. Alright, now's the time, I guess. We're gonna support the Counselor's endeavors and rank up our loyalty of the kingdom to rank 2 by using Tristian and 14 days of our own time. So it's gonna be 16 Eridus by the time we finish this. Done. Thanks to the Counselor and the Baroness, subjects' loyalty to their ruler has reached new heights. Loyalty reached rank 2. Enchanted Wind. Success. The treasurer managed to invite several guests from the neighboring countries. Many well-known wizards and magic researchers have visited the Barrier to study this unique phenomenon. We got 4 economy, 1 divine, 1 arcane. Success. The people didn't want to fight, only to know that their voices were heard in the capital. The instigators disappeared as quickly as they emerged once the locals' faith in their ruler was restored. 3 more community. Triumph! Oh, we've got success, triumph. Good job, followers! Our scouts confirmed the presence of monsters, and local militia successfully eliminated the threat. Local militia eliminated trolls? Well, those are some tough fucking local militia. We gained 3 military. Yay! And now, economy and loyalty are both at rank 2, and we can still raise up community or military to rank 2 anytime we want. We have to spend the 14 days though. How long does this take? 14 days. Alright, a letter was delivered to the castle. Okay, visit the throne room. Troll bands are rampaging in the region. Somebody must stop them. Should be attended before the 1st. Oof. Several bandit encampments have emerged in the Gnarl Marches. They plunder the peasants, rob travelers and merchants, and even attack tax gatherers. These bandits seem to be muzzled. That's also going to need to happen before the... Jubilost can handle the bandits? I guess he'd be hiring. He's the treasurer, so he'd be hiring people to deal with it. Emir Jubilost can handle that. Only Emiri can handle that. Means I could probably do Regent with Octavia as well. So, let's go check out this letter that we've got going on before we do anything else. Jubilation! Dude, I had that shit on a hot key. I want to get back to playing some Neverwinter Nights, too. That was fun. Jubilation! This is like the Tauren Monk moo / dancing. Yeah, kind of Splode. It's basically like that, yeah. Huh. Your Grace, today a letter from Brevoy was delivered to the castle. It was written by Fredero Sinnet, a paladin from the Order of the Eternal Rose. It seems Sir Sinnet is claiming right to one of your companions, who was brought up in his custody. Well, I'll leave it to you to handle this delicate matter. Okay, so this is about fucking Valerie. Let's check out the letter. The expensive monogrammed paper has a faint, tangy smell. The lines, in steady, delicate handwriting, are decorated with whimsical curves. My dear Baroness Kada, I write these words with a heavy heart. The reason I take up my quill today will most likely upset you. Quite recently I heard rumor that a lost soul, once blessed with the mercy of my goddess, has found shelter in your service. I'm speaking of the daughter of one of the most worthy and generous patrons of the Order of the Eternal Rose, who once made the mistake of leaving our ranks. Yes, she fucking hates you guys, by the way. I am deeply convinced that now is the time for her to return to the path destined her by divine will. I am now traveling to the west, to the place that's been chosen for the new Temple of Shelyn that will be occupied by one of the young congregations of our church. I deemed it necessary to diverge slightly from our path with but one purpose, to arrive in your lands and collect Valerie. May this journey be a cleansing pilgrimage for Shelyn's chosen, whose judgment was clouded by the impulsiveness of youth. I request that you free Valerie of her vows of service to you, for fate has destined her to serve one who is above us all. Direct the girl to the trading post that's on the border between your barony and Brevoy. There I will be expecting her with my comrades. I pray for your wisdom and mercy. Well, you picked the wrong fucking person. You ask your god, please give Kada wisdom and mercy, and your god be like, sorry, there's some things I can't even do. With deep respect and regards, Fredero Sinnet. Okay. There's no way that Valerie's going back with that guy. No matter what I say, I can be like, yeah, you're free of your vows, and she's gonna be like, alright, but I'm not going with them. she ain't going back with them. Sometimes the past catches up to us, despite our best efforts to keep as far ahead of it as possible. Valerie once left the Order of the Eternal Rose and rejected the Goddess of Beauty forever, but the followers of Shelyn wouldn't so easily say goodbye to the reigning beauty of Brevoy. A message from Fredero's Synod was delivered to us. The Paladin of Shelyn insists that the Baroness frees Valerie from any responsibilities and allows her to return to the service of Shelyn. I wonder what Valerie thinks of this. Fredero, she's given up her embroidery. You don't want her now, Kata. Fredero, all she does all day, every day is slash paintings to pieces. It's her new hobby. Well, let's go fucking go through some loading screens so we can talk to her about this. And then come back and deal with more of our kingdom business. Through more loading screens. Loading screens, loading screens. Loading screens, they're loading screens. They are loading and they are screens. That's why we call them loading screens. Sloading screens, right, Nox? Loading screen, more like slowding screen. More like loadstoning screen. I need to write like a whole loading screen song. I need to make a loading screen rap. That would be cool, says Nox. Is more shit built down there than it was before? I didn't notice how fancy this was up here.
Time becomes distance.
Valerie's gonna be fucking thrilled about this. What's this door right here? Getting the info for all the classes, just like molasses. Greetings, Valerie sighs. Everything is well, I hope. I'm ready for new orders. Yeah, Valerie, I get this letter. You're not gonna like it. Valerie looks at you unblinking, and you see her eyes darken with an anger she can barely contain. Really? May I take a look at this letter? Is that so? I see. Valerie takes a deep breath. My apologies, Kata. I seem to have become the reason for this message, and highly inappropriate demands it contains. I know this person. Fredero Sinnet is one of the mentors in the Order of the Eternal Rose. A true paladin of Shelyn, one of those who insist they are right till the very end. He kept saying louder than anyone that Shelyn herself predetermined my fate, even when I was packing my things before I left. Looks like he never came to terms with me leaving, since he found me even here. But the nerve! The mistake of leaving our ranks. Return to the path destined her by divine will. Since when does Fredero fancy himself the personal harbinger of his precious Shelyn? Valerie, her face scarlet red, doesn't seem to notice the letter crumpling in her hand. Enough. We must put an end to this. If paladins of the Order of the Eternal Rose require another refusal, they shall get it. I'm going to the trading post with you to meet Fredero. I serve you. It's as simple as that. It's my decision, and I'm not going to change it just because someone from my past thinks otherwise. You know, we could just ignore this letter. Valerie shakes her head. We can't. Fredero Sinnet may be in the wrong, but that's no reason to show myself, and you, as uncultured barbarians. Hey, I have 2 levels of uncultured barbarian, thank you. At least he didn't appear unannounced at court with his demands. I must at least give him credit for his superficial politeness. Alright, I guess we'll go visit Oleg then. Valerie smiles faintly and nods. Okay, I'll let you know when we're ready to go. As you wish. Valerie nods with dignity. Well, here's a fucking task I gotta go deal with now. Valerie is determined to meet with her former mentor and break with her past for good. Of course, we couldn't let her face this trial alone. We really could have. Look, Valerie, I don't really need you for anything. You're not in my party. You're not a member of my government. Honestly, I don't really need you at all. So, you can just go. Okay.
Step.
Well, he didn't specify a certain date when he was going to be there, so that fucker's going to be waiting a bit. That's all I have to say. He's going to be waiting a bit. Who will make all the tapestries for your castle? Who will do all of the embroidering of our clothes? The big questions. That's right, Splode. The biggest of questions. The real question is, should I order pizza for my special event tonight? It's not that special. I'm building it up way too much. It's nothing cool. If you guys are thinking that it really is going to be cool and I'm just kidding, you're wrong. It's not going to be cool at all. It could best be described as bad movie night. No, even bad movie night sounds like something cool. But I really shouldn't order pizza because money is real tight right now. So really, of course, that's the case every time I order pizza. Whenever I order pizza, it's a terrible idea and a poor decision and I shouldn't do it. And I do it anyway. So, you know. Alright, now we go back to this, another loading screen. Just like I called Pillars of Eternity loading screens of eternity, I need to come up with a clever loading screen related name for this game, like Game Finder Loading Screen Maker. Alright, we dealt with the document. There's no further events right now. Well, yeah, there are these two. So I need to put my people to work on these. Troll raids can only be Amiri, so off you go, Amiri. Bandits outrage. That could be you, Jubilost. Good luck. Now, the other thing I'm gonna do, since I have time, got 41 days left on that. Since I got time, so I'm gonna support the Regent's endeavors, which will raise our community up to rank 2. Quick save before I do this so that I can save scum the results of the 2 projects I just started. Save scum! Alright, Octavia. Let's do it. We're about to kill... We're killing an entire month in the capital right now. An entire month without going out and doing any quests. So, hopefully that doesn't bite us in the ass. Did it! Thanks to the region and the Baroness, quality of life in the barony has reached new heights. Triumph of Jubilost. Ooh, +5 economy. Relying on the services of mercenaries, the treasurer managed to put an end to the bandit attacks. The roads are safer for peasants and merchants alike. Regional markets and fairs attract more people than ever. What about Amiri's thing? Oh, it's not over yet. I do have another deadline currently, but it's a very long one. It's like 200 days. It's a shitload of events, you guys. That is a shitload of events. Jathal in fury! Jathal is demanding an audience with the Baroness. Something serious happened in a rage the undead elf. Visit the throne room. Testimony of loyalty. The citizens wish to express their appreciation for their ruler and protector. Someone must organize a presentation of gifts. Only Tristian could possibly handle such a thing. A nasty rumor. Alright, this is another nasty rumor like we've seen before. This is Hands of Gold again. We've had this one before. Yeah, I can't believe how small the zones are and how frequent the loading screens are in this game. Occasionally, some maps are pretty big, but you have so many loading screens. In the name of the law, a group of volunteers have arrived from Brevoy. They're looking to help bring order to these lands. Their people would make a welcome reinforcement for the guards if they could be persuaded to join their ranks. So many things that only Tristian can do. We're gonna have problems. This area of the barony is said to be a breeding ground for bandits, brawlers, and cutthroats. Perhaps one of your advisors should set aside these rumors and assure the people that the guard is able to protect them. Oh good, another thing that Tristian needs to do. The locals could use a reminder of the greatness and power of the gods. I don't give a shit about this. The high priest should hold a solemn ritual to show both the congregation and the doubtful that the barony enjoys the blessings of the higher powers. But he's going to be busy researching curses for 18 years. And we got a message from the Sword Lords awaits the castle. Another letter. So 2 things in the throne room and a fuckload of things not in the throne room. She needs 14 more days to finish that. He needs 27 more days to finish that. We can't do this because we literally don't have a person. And we can't do this because Amiri is constantly busy. But we've got 2 things in the throne room waiting for us. Community, loyalty, and economy are all rank 2 right now, though. So that's good. So we got to check out the throne room situation again. Then we'll load back into this to deal with some of these other things. Oh my god. Oh my god. Those ones where it makes you spend 14 days of your own time to do them are fucking brutal. Because that eats up so much time. I feel like I spend like a whole third of the amount of time playing this game looking at loading screens. We've received a letter from Bravor concerning Oleg's trading post. Lady Jamande truly appreciates your decision to not lay claim on the taxes from Oleg's trading post. Here's the letter. I was also instructed to express the lady's most sincere gratitude for your loyalty to our alliance, as well as the wisdom you showed in your decision. Yeah, well that's great and everything, but you know, maybe the Sword Lord should do something for Oleg and Svetlana. If it's so important to you, I'll send a letter to Restov suggesting they repair the road leading to Oleg's trading post. Both sides should benefit from that. Yeah, you fixed that road. Oh, here we go. Ennio, the traveling merchant. Alright, we met him. He's from Kyonin. Ennio, a half-elf merchant who recently appeared in the capital, falls to the floor in front of you. Jaethal stands beside him, looking quite unlike her normal self. Usually cold and stiff, the face of the undead elf now burns with rage. Despite his nearness to his furious undead captor, Ennio looks concerned, but unafraid. If you'll allow me to speak, I can explain everything. I hope you can, half-blood. Otherwise... Jaethal hisses and turns to you. Have I told you the sad story of my death? It is sad most of all because I do not remember how my life ended. I wandered, exhausted, through the wastelands beyond the borders of Kyonin until I could barely see my path. I stopped to rest, or perhaps I lost consciousness. When I came to my senses, I heard the call of my goddess, returning me from the dead. Was it poison? Magic? Illness? Whatever stole my life away, it left no trace. I thought this mystery would haunt me forever. But then I entered the shop of this half-blood, seeking some reminder of Kyonin. And what did I discover there? My very own dagger! Jaethal shows you an elven-crafted dagger with a chipped blade and empty sockets where once gemstones adorned the handle. This dagger disappeared the same night I was taken by death. How could this half-blood have obtained it? Okay, let's just take a minute here, Jathal. I don't know if you're aware of this, but there is a thing in this world called trade. Not just fun trade between friends, but actual trade. Things can actually be bought and sold. They can be given from one person to another. So, he's a merchant. He buys and sells things from people all the time. I'm just saying, there are ways he could have obtained this other than taking it from your corpse. Alright, let him tell his story. That is why. Jathal pauses. Respecting your authority, I have brought this pathetic huckster here, rather than getting the truth out of him by my own methods. Off with his head! The half-elf rises to his feet and sighs, putting his clothes in order. Thank you for allowing me to speak, Your Grace. The story is not very exciting. Certainly not as exciting as my tale of the drunken regatta within the Eye of Abendigo. Yesterday, north of the city, I stumbled upon a dead boar. There was no one around, but the dagger was protruding from the miserable beast's neck. I don't know why the owner would have left it in the carcass. Perhaps the beast escaped from the hunter, taking along the weapon that had injured it. So I inadvertently decided to keep the item I'd found, taking my luck, and never suspecting the price I'd pay for it. Pulled it out of a boar? Unlikely. Off with his head. Yeah, where exactly did you find this carcass and this dagger? In the vicinity of the old sycamore. Of course, I'm sure you know where that tree grows. I found the boar to the west of the sycamore, in the direction of the Thorn River. You got anything else to say in your defense? Because you could be in big trouble. I would be glad if I could, but alas, the bright yellow-green eyes of the half-elf are calm. The dead boar is my only witness. But I believe in your justice, Baroness. I have faith that you'll investigate my story and sort everything out. Alright, yeah, we're gonna check this out. We're gonna find this boar. Begin the boar hunt. The dead boar hunt. Whatever, just go find it. Jathal bows gracefully. I am grateful. It's important to me. And you, half-blood, should pray for our success. If you are lying, I shall find a surer way to get the truth from you. And I'll let her. I'll let her. Hey, Bakken's here! Unfazed by the awkward silence, Bakken searches through his bag for quite a while. Finally, he pulls out a sizable brown paper package. There you go. A little something from old Bakken. Gave me some potions. Cool. If you ever need anything in particular, just let me know. If you're not sure, I'll go home and think of something myself. My bones ache. Yeah, I want you to make something. Bakken nods and pulls a piece of coal and a scrap of paper from his sleeve. He takes his time smoothing it out before giving another solemn nod. I don't actually know what I want him to make. Nah, never mind. Just make whatever you think is good. Bakken picks his ear with the piece of coal and hides it, and the paper back in his sleeve. My choice, then. Fine. Oh, and while I'm here, there's a book that I've always wanted to read, of transmutations and bodily poisons, in 3 volumes. If you were to find it for me, I could produce something most remarkable for you. Something that might even... Bakken cuts himself short. Well, there's no use in empty words, but they say there's an ancient formula hidden in one of these books. Bring me the books, and I'll brew the potion for you. Ancient formula. I've actually found one part of this series, and I sold it. I know that the old beldame, the old witch who lives in the swamp, had one of these volumes in her hut, gathering dust. She must still have it for sale, I imagine. As for the other 2 volumes, I have no idea. You might look in a magic shop, or in the bookcases and locked drawers of other alchemists if you happen across their possessions in your adventures. Bakken grins, bows to you, and leaves the throne room with a shuffling walk. Bakken from the trading post has hinted that he could brew a rare and incredibly powerful potion for the Baroness. However, he hasn't revealed what exactly he has in mind. He's going to make some Coke Zero for me. And before polymorph potion. But will he have to pay for his room and board? To begin, Bakken requires an alchemical treatise that holds the recipe for a wondrous potion. He suggested looking for the book in magic shops and searching through the belongings of other alchemists. For example, he recommended paying a visit to Old Beldame. It turns out that Jathal, our undead companion, doesn't know who killed her before she rose from the dead. Failing roll equals Diet Shasta. No! Oh, I would have the court alchemist executed. Immediately executed. It's unclear if it was even murder at all. All she knows for certain is this. Her dagger, which disappeared on the day of her death, has now resurfaced. In the barony's capital, and under strange circumstances. Surely our Baroness can solve this mystery. Let's begin the investigation. The traveling merchant Ennio claims that he found Jathal's dagger in a dead boar's carcass near the old sycamore. We should examine the area. It might lead to Jathal's murder. We should examine the area, apparently. Alright. Fine.
How may I serve you, Your Grace?
Bodily poisons? Maybe it's Cola Omega. Cola O! No! Protection from fire. Protection from arrows. Potion of Eagle Splendor. Jathal's old dagger. This dagger is elven made. It was once beautifully decorated, but now most of the gemstone sockets are empty. And the blade is jagged on one side. Hey, I should just sell Jathal's dagger for 55 gold, you guys. Letter from Jamandi Aldori. I thank you heartily for your letter. I am happy this little incident was resolved to our mutual satisfaction and didn't cast a lingering shadow over your affairs with Restov. Lord Mayor Selemius has a very high opinion of your qualities as a ruler, and I agree with him. It's good to know you possess wisdom and the profound mindset of a true politician to be able to avoid hasty decisions and to treasure the ruler's main possession, good affairs with the neighbors. I hope our friendship will remain as deep as ever. Unfailing ally of yours, Sword Lord Jamandi Aldori. Ally my ass. I'm like, hey, I'm kind of overrun by trolls here. Could you send a few of your sword lords over to handle this shit for me? Or help me? She'll be like, no, sorry, we don't have any sword lords to spare. Bye. Bye. I've got a potato. Alright, now we need to go back into the loading screen of the map thing for this. He can infuriate practically anyone he speaks with. Not as well as Mort, though, from Planescape Torment. Economy's up to 37. I can almost get that to rank 3, but that'll take another million years. 14 days before she's done with that. Oleg will pay taxes to Restov. In return, the barony deserves a safe and reliable road to the trading post on its northern border. Somebody should make sure Aldori keeps the promise to build one. By somebody, they mean Octavia. And it's gonna take 30 fucking days. By somebody, they mean Octavia. Why can't I hire more governor people than this? Like, I don't have enough people in my government to do all the work that needs to be done. Why can't I hire more? What's this? Oh, these are things that need to be dealt with. They want Tristan, that takes 10 days. Oh good, and these are all gonna fucking expire, like right now. Like tomorrow. Or the day after tomorrow. So we're not gonna be able to do all these. We're not gonna be able to do all these at all. Because a bunch of them are about to expire. And they all fucking require Tristan. What is this shit? They all require Tristan. What is this shit? Except that one requires Harem, who's also busy. So many of these are about... Why didn't they give us more time? This is so unfair. Alright, Octavia could do this one. Weren't we going to use Octavia for something else, though? Ah, the road to the trading post. But we can wait on that because it's not going to expire. Literally all the rest of these have to be Tristan, so we're going to have to choose one out of all these fucking events. We can send Octavia to deal with this. And... Your advisors fail so much, do they? That sucks. Okay, we can't do Assign from Above, because Harem's just busy. It means we have to do one of these four using Tristan. If we use this one, it's DC 12 and requires 17 days. If we do this one, it's DC 13 and requires 14 days. If we do this one, it's DC 14 and requires 10 days. If we do this one, it's DC 18 and requires 10 days. Well, we're gonna do the one... that we have the best chance of succeeding at, right? 14 and 10 days. Also, maybe the one that's the shortest. 13 and 14. DC 12. Okay, hold on. Opportunity. Opportunity. So if you don't do an opportunity, you don't lose anything. You just don't gain anything. Opportunity. Problem. If you don't do a problem, though, you lose something. So we should do the one that's a problem. Let's send Tristan to deal with the nasty rumor. And it only takes 10 days, which is another advantage. Nobody else can do any of these. They're all going to expire. Nobody else can do anything here, because they're all busy. Except for Jubilost. Why isn't Jubilost doing anything? And apparently can't do anything. Alright. Well, it's almost the first of the month, so now we're gonna wait some more. And see what happens when these things all fucking fall off. These events. Skip a day. Skip a day. Yeah, a bunch of those just disappeared. Failure. You didn't assign an advisor and let the opportunity pass by. Late at night, a crowd of people surrounded a tall hill. Harem climbed to its top, threw his hands up to the sky, and nothing happened. Good job, Harem! Way to fucking show the people! That sounds so much like Harem. The high priest shrugged and left the ceremony without uttering a word to the puzzled crowd. That does sound right in fucking Harem's fucking modus operandi. Failed. You didn't assign an advisor and let this opportunity pass by. The patrols sent by the general were of no use. The people of the stolen lands still have no regard for the law. Failure. You didn't assign an advisor and let this opportunity pass by. The volunteers found the advisor's requirements too strict. They declined to enroll in the guard. They say they would rather support law and order on their own terms. Alas, the counselor made a mess of the gift presentation ceremony with his poor management. Okay. Well, there's no new events. This is going to take 25 more days. This is going to take 12, 12, and 8. What's up, you're a drunk? How you doing? Welcome. How far into the barony ruling are you? I don't know, not that far. I've got 3 things up to rank 2, and that's it. I've only built 1 town other than my capital. I've only claimed 1 land other than my starting land, so not very far. We're gonna skip 1 more day. And nothing happens. Okay, time to leave then. So we're gonna come back in 7 days when this is done. So we want to come back around the 9th of Rova. But it's actually time to get out of here finally. I feel like mostly what I'm ruling over is a fucking collection of loading screens. Like, if we could somehow tax loading screens, we'd be the richest barony. in the world. A robber barony. Yeah. I wonder what would happen if you just never came back and clicked on your kingdom management thing again. Because a lot of that stuff requires you to go to the kingdom management for it to get resolved, right? What if you literally never came back here? Just, nope, I'm just never going into kingdom management. Just closing my eyes, putting my hands over my ears. You say there's a barony, but I don't hear you. I have a feeling at some point you would just fail the game. Because your barony would fall apart, and at some point it would just let you know, hey, guess what? Your barony has fallen apart, you have lost the game. Bye. That's what would happen, but I don't know how long it would take for that to happen.
Time becomes distance.
Alright, we got Torag Pendant, Token of the Dryad, not enough pieces of the Dwarf set yet. Goodbye. Layers of loading screens. Dudes, you're not wrong, Maz. It really is layers of fucking loading screens. Game Finder loading screen maker. I guess we'll go up to Oleg's with Valerie and deal with her thing. It'd be neat if another showed up to kill you / take over eventually. Yeah, that might happen. I mean, Tax has been making noises. Maybe if you don't handle things well enough or build up your military enough by a certain point, your barony does get invaded and taken over. That'd be pretty cool. Live as the Adventurer King. Build up your character enough to fight an army. That'd be pretty cool. I don't know if you could really fight an army, though. Well, yeah. If you had the right stuff, I'm sure you could. Now I gotta check every merchant and see who I sold that fucking book
Time
to.
becomes distance.
How may I serve you, your grace?
Well, it wasn't him.
Step,
It was probably Oleg.
step.
I probably sold that book to Oleg, but I don't know for sure. I sure hope I didn't sell it to Bakken, because I don't know of any way to get to Bakken and... I didn't sell this guy anything. Pretty sure I didn't sell this guy anything either, but... yeah. Probably Oleg has it. Oh, I sold a lot of books to this guy. But none of these books... none of these books are the one. Okay. Sold him a couple books. But again, not the book in question. We're not gonna sell Jathal's dagger. Oh wait, don't sell that Dizzy Head. We need that for the witch. I have this game installed on an SSD and have 16 gigs of RAM and the loading screens are still torture. Ugh. See, I was hoping you would say, if you had an SSD and a bunch of RAM, that the loading screens are like, hey, no big deal. The loading screens end really quickly. It's great. But apparently, even if you have... Don't I have some food to sell? I do. I got a couple Hydra Eyes, some cheese, a potato, some fruit, some herbs. I'm gonna buy 5 rations from this guy. And that's all. I'm up to 19k gold. It's good. Carrying minus 101 pounds. My character is so strong, she can carry 520 pounds around. Can you imagine trying to carry 520 pounds around? Stop. Can you imagine even trying to pick up 520 pounds? You couldn't do it. Let alone just walk around with it endlessly. All right. I think I have to take Valerie with me to go deal with this Oleg's thing. So, can I change out party members while on the road? I think there's a way that you can do it. Just a light 80 pounds encumbrance. Yeah, how light for her is 174 pounds. Can you imagine that? Imagine carrying around 170 pounds of shit. Now that you could hypothetically do. For a little while, probably. Not long, though, right? I mean, but imagine carrying around 170 pounds of shit and it not encumbering you at all. You can just full sprint with 170 pounds of shit. That's, pretty ridiculous. You feel like it should be possible.
What's in wait for me there, I wonder.
I feel like it should be possible, too. 170-pound t-shirt. Alright, well... if we're forced to take Valerie, we'll kick out Harem for now. We'll take Valerie. We'll go to Oleg's and see what happens. I'm not even going to level her up. I don't care. If we get in a fight, she can just stand there and do nothing as far as I'm concerned. I don't even know if she has any armor or weapons on her right now. We might have fun trade between friends to all her shit away. Changing the group while traveling may require extra time. Okay, so I can change people out while traveling. It just might eat up some time, which is not really a big deal. Well, she's got some shitty armor. And a shitty sword and a shitty power shield, so she's not completely devoid of stuff. She's level 1. How do you do it? You click on this, Maz. Right down here next to the rest icon. This is the party management button. Alright, we're going all the way up. My god, Oleg's is so far away now. All the way up to Oleg's. Using Valerie as your main tank since your character has good alignment. Yeah, I'll use her on my second playthrough. "22 hours of walking around with 170 pounds. No big deal. I can't be bothered. I'm assuming we're not gonna have to fight here, but who knows? Maybe they'll be like, fuck it, if Valerie won't come with us, we will kill you all! While singing spoony songs. We came to pick up Valerie, but now we'll have to just slay thee. We'll have to charge you a hefty fee. It will be all your vitality. See, that's the kind of terrible songs that I expect the Paladins of Shelyn to be singing. So spoony. Takes 20 times longer to load than to kill the things on the road. Yeah, you're not wrong. Okay. He's got assholes with him. Like, if this guy wants to fucking fight, we can fight.
Time becomes distance.
State your desire.
A middle-aged man in polished, shiny armor turns to you. His beard and hair are impeccably styled, and an expression of reserved politeness sits frozen on his face as his piercing gray eyes watch everything attentively. Baroness Kada, what an honor to meet you in person. I am Fredero Sinnet, a paladin of the most illustrious Shelyn from the Eternal Rose Order. Fredero looks at Valerie. There you are, Valerie. How many years has it been since we saw each other? I'm so happy that the years haven't erased the divine bliss written upon your radiant face. Valerie nods to Sinnet coldly. Greetings. I'm glad to see you in good health, Fredero. So, you're from the Eternal Rose Order, huh? I heard you guys are kind of spoony. Exactly. I once guarded works that showed Shelyn's blessing. Works of art, beauty, and love. But that's a path for young and energetic paladins and priests. Now I've become a mentor in the Order. Many servants of Shelyn who now guard her creations were brought up by me, and I'm sure Valerie would have surpassed them all had she not left our ranks. Really? So you knew her as a girl? What was she like? Was she as this ridiculous as she is now? Fredero smiles pensively. Do I possess the words to describe the chosen of Shelyn? Oh, don't look at me like that. I'm not the only one who believes it. A special role has been prepared for this girl in the ranks of the Eternal Rose's followers. I'm sure you've noticed Valerie's greatest virtue. She's impeccably loyal to whatever or whomever she serves. Her father did the right thing in sending his daughter into Shelyn's embrace, and Valerie's departure from the Order was just an unfortunate mistake of youth. I'm sure she regrets her desperate mistake. No, not at all. Driven by hurt feelings and rash judgment. Only shame and pride have kept her from admitting it. Her true place is in the radiance of glorious Shelyn. My departure wasn't a mistake. It fixed someone else's mistake, which caused me to waste a few years of my life. So, why are you here, Fredero? The Paladin looks right at you. As I mentioned in my letter, my goal is to return Valerie to Shelyn's grace. Several years ago, a terrible mistake was made. She, whose fate was determined before she was born, decided to resist her calling. I would appeal to Valerie's mind and remind her of her duty. Yeah, well, that's not how fucking shit works in my barony. People don't get their fate determined before they're born. Fuck that. You know who determines people's fates? Them. She can determine her own damn fate. Unless she determines her fate is to be in my party, in which case she can't determine that. But she can determine any other damn fate she wants. You speak as though I'm incapable of understanding where my duties lie. You have given me much cause for doubt. So where are you planning to go? When Valerie joins my entourage, we will travel west to the borders of Pitax. There, a new temple to my divine patron is being built, an architectural wonder worthy of harboring the very spirit of the Eternal Rose. A temple devoted to the goddess of beauty. I wish I could see such grandeur. One of the newer orders of Shelyn will occupy the temple, the Order of Prisms. Their zeal in serving the goddess will be good for Valerie. She has much to unlearn if she expects to return to Shelyn's favor, and the respect of her brothers in faith. You can barely hear Valerie's voice. I'm so tired of orders from those I despise. Yeah, well, I think you and Valerie need to talk this out. Don't go, Your Grace. My intentions are known to all. Valerie, I have come to return you to our faith. Our? Now you imagine that not only do I not want to serve Shelyn, but now I have faith in her too? Fredero shakes his head. I don't recognize you, Valerie. What is this tone you address me with? I remember what politeness and respect you showed your elders. We held you up as an example for the other novices. Yeah, that's when she was a kid, and you were in authority over her. She's an adult now. She doesn't have to address you with any kind of fucking tone. Valerie raises her chin ever so slightly. I'm only repaying your courtesy and kind, Fredero. If you so easily ascribe to me thoughts and aspirations that I do not possess, then I can be as liberal a judge of your behavior. Yeah, you better watch your tone, Fredero. You're on my lands now. You're gonna respect my subjects. Fredero gives you a respectful look and a nod. No way did I intend to be impolite. Don't give a fuck what you intended. It's still what you did. Forgive my manners. It's difficult for me not to address Valerie as a novice, for that is what she was the last time I saw. As for my return to the church, which you so bluntly insist upon, Valerie pulls her chin up. Please, Fredero, spare me your wordy speeches. The day I walked out the convent gates, I made a decision I'm not going to change. I'm never returning to the Eternal Rose Order. I'm never going back to serving Shelyn. Whatever nonsense you started with your letter, let's put an end to it, once and for all. Fredero studies Valerie's face for a long time. His eyes turn steel gray. I don't believe my ears. I expected to see repentance, Valerie. Repentance for your foolish choices. Repentance for the pain you've caused your family and all those who relied on you. But instead I see a proud renegade who dares to resist the will of the goddess, and who would defy me, the one who labored to bring you up and teach you. I have to admit, you're somewhat right. What, Lindsay? Lindsay stops under Valerie's glare and moves away apprehensively. He's not right. Red spots start to appear on Valerie's cheeks, and she catches her breath with some difficulty. I am not in the least bit surprised by your words, Fredero. You have always been deaf to anything that goes against your beliefs. I'm not Shelyn's chosen. I'm not a god's toy created to entertain the whimsical goddess. I'm not...
Quiet! Quiet before you bring her wrath upon you. How dare you, who was bestowed with celestial beauty, so insolently reject such gifts that others can only dream about? Your fate is already decided, laid out as a fine carpet before you. Enough! I didn't come here to listen to a spoiled child speaking out of turn, but only to bring you home, and I will take you by the ear and drag you all the way to the Order's convict, if that's what it takes. Alright, we're going to be kicking your head around like a soccer ball in about 30 seconds, sir. Oh, and I can fucking basically say that to him. One more word, Senate. One more word. And your head is going to be on top of that fence. Valerie slices the air with her hand. Stay out of it, Kata. Fredero might be crossing the boundaries of politeness, but no more than that. Stay your hand and allow me to finish. Alright, whatever. I was just trying to help. Valerie interrupts you, for she is almost screaming. What you call home, Fredero, was my prison. My home is here, in these lands, for which the Baroness and I have fought and shed our blood. Well, not really. I've fought and shed my blood. You've hung out at Oleg's. But whatever, let's not quibble. Here, beside the one I vowed to serve, and whom I shan't leave until I die. Here in the Stolen Lands, where the first time I can decide for myself where I belong and what I believe. Valerie's voice grows soft, almost like a hissing snake. Hissing snake hype. Take your people, Fredero, and go back to the Eternal Rose Abbey. And if you've the nerve to claim I'm Shellen's chosen, well, know that your precious goddess should have chosen her trinkets more carefully. Fredero grows white as a sheet. How dare you! Ha ha! You tell him, Valerie! Fredero looks Valerie in the eye. The paladin's hand is on his weapon. If you insist on standing equal to Shellen's paladin, answer for your words now. If you have a drop of dignity left, you won't deny me satisfaction. She's level 1. This is not going to go well. Valerie looks at the enraged paladin fearlessly. Oh, so now I'm suddenly an independent person in your eyes? Finally. Well then, I should agree to this duel with indescribable pleasure. Kata, you shall be my second. Oh, you're lucky you've got me as your second because you're gonna get wrecked in this duel, Valerie. I didn't level you up. Yeah! Let's give this windbag a proper thrashing! The second's responsibilities include observing the fight, mediating in the duel, and, should the circumstances require, declaring the final verdict. Valerie reaches for her weapon. I think here is good enough. Step away, Kata. I don't want to hit you by accident. Oh, you couldn't hit me by accident, Valerie. You got a +2 to hit, and I have 27 AC. I think I'm safe. I think you know who else is safe? That guy you're about to fight. Quick, embroider at him. Let's see whether you learned anything more than insolence from your mercenary friends. Da-na-na-na. One of my squires will be my second. Would everyone please clear the dueling ground and do not interfere until a winner has been determined? Well, I mean, sure, once this... What are you doing here? Don't worry, good master. We'll settle our agreement quickly and do no harm to your trading post. So, Valerie, are you ready? I am, Fredero. Let your second start the countdown. Let's begin. Participants, please ready your weapons and assume your positions. 3, 2, attack! Okie dokie. In the blink of an eye, Fredero, insulted by some ill-conceived words about Shellen, challenged Valerie to a duel. The Baroness will act as her second, and I wouldn't be myself if I didn't go along to pen a stunning description for the fiery event. Alright. Well, time to level up. Right in the middle of combat. All fighter levels, all day. Time to level up in the middle of combat.
Leveling up, leveling up, leveling up, yeah, we're leveling up. We are leveling and we are up. That's why we call it leveling up. So many feats, you guys. So many feats. Your fighters just get shitloads of feats. Dazzling display! Oh, she sucks at persuasion, though. I didn't put any points into that. Alright, now she has 95 health. Unfortunately, we can't trade between friends armor and weapons to her right now. We could give her this +1 agile rapier. Oh no, she's all spec'd into bastard swords, though. She only has a 25 AC, but she got +11 to hit, though. And D10 +4. Alright! Ready to rock! Does she have any special abilities she can use? She's got Vital Strike. We'll be using that. Fighting defensively. We'll be using that. Just got a few potions. Alright, Vital Strike this fool. Nice hit, nice hit. This guy's standing here buffing all day. This is going well. She just got rocked in the face. This is going well. Good shot, good shot. This is not going well, you guys. She's getting wrecked. I'm not gonna lie, she's getting wrecked. You know, what'd be cool is if she ever hit 7 hit 31 AC. She has to roll a 20 to hit him. He has to roll a 15 to hit her. Well, we can see how this is gonna go. She mathematically, she has essentially no chance to beat him. None. Essentially no chance to beat him. Yeah, she's getting rocked.
I can't keep this up much longer.
Federo steps back and sheathes his weapon.
Looks like everything's in its place, doesn't it? You could be, however, insolent to whomever you wanted, as long as you were considered as a girl, Valerie. But now you'll have to answer for all the stupid things you said in pride or heated moments. I'm satisfied with the outcome of this duel. I see no reasons to linger here, upsetting the owners of this trading post and the Baroness. With great sadness, I will continue my way without Valerie, who from now on has no right to return to the Order of the Eternal Rose due to her transgressions.
I'm sure she's heartbroken.
I will bother you no longer. My regards, Your Grace. Valerie.
Federo stops short.
Farewell.
I don't really mind watching Valerie get beat down. She's really a snob. Dear gods, your face, Valerie! Oh, she's got a big old wound now. What? Is there something? Valerie touches the wound, crossing her face, and looks at the blood on her fingers, more baffled than scared.
Ha! Federo did it! That scoundrel! That rascal!
Valerie shakes her head.
Strange. I do not remember receiving this blow. Not at all.
She touches the wound again, winces, and finally waves it off.
It is nothing. I do not even feel any pain. Only fatigue. Save your pity for someone who is truly wounded. And I just need to rest. And wash myself clean after all these conversations about Shellen.
I think the goddess put the wound on her face to show that she rejected her. The duel is over, and Valerie, oh, poor Valerie, her poor face. I hope once we're back at the capital, she will find a way to heal that terrible gash. I don't think she will. I think she's sticking with it. And more power to her. Valerie got wrecked.
Here.
She got wrecked. There she has it. Fun trade between friends. You don't need those things, Valerie. Oh, Bakken's here. Why aren't you in your workshop that I fucking built for you? Oh, there's the book. His bugs. Can't remember if I found just one. Oh, I have found 2 pieces of it. And we know the curse has, the witch has the 3rd one, so now I know how to get all 3 pieces of the book. I don't have anything to sell right now. Good day to you, Your Grace.
How are things going in the trading post, Oleg?
We're fine, I guess. Just, please, try not to be too mad about our taxes, Your Grace. We send them to Rostov, sure, but we still bring trade to your lands. We still benefit you. Yeah, I don't give a shit. It's fine. I don't really care about your taxes or your trade or any of that crap. Bye.
Step, step. What's in wait for me there, I wonder?
Should I order pizza? Josiah's cannon will be broken. His character will just be like, me like it okay, me smash thing. Basically, Photon Joker, that's about right. It's unfortunately warm in my apartment, and I've got no more air conditioning. I don't know why they do that. I mean, I could see them doing it once you really got into winter and it was cold as shit, turning the air conditioning off, but the place where I live, they turn the air conditioning off a certain time of year, and then it stays off until spring. Alright, Valerie? It's been fun. Bye. Give me my dwarf back. My dwarf. Kingdom loading screen. Kingdom loading screen. Yeah. I was so sick of loading screens, you guys. I'm so sick of loading screens. There's a new event. Troll raids. Great. Trolls are rampaging. Someone must stop them. Must be attended before the 1st of next month. Amiri's gonna be busy. She's currently working on troll raids. She's gonna have to work on more troll raids. $10, 6 days on that. So yeah, the 9th. Wait till you fight the final boss. It's just a giant loading screen. I wouldn't be surprised. Alright, now let's go look for this boar at the old sycamore. Apparently we're not tired, even though we traveled. We've been traveling for fucking ever. We must have gotten some, like, free rest from Oleg's or something, right? Because we haven't rested since we left the capital. And we traveled for like 20 hours to go up to Oleg's, and now we just traveled for like 10 more hours to come back down to here. So we've traveled for like 30 hours, and we haven't, and Octavia's not tired? We must have gotten some kind of free rest applied at some point. Endless loading screen is about as dangerous as it gets. Yeah, it can't get worse than that, guys. Maybe I'll order a little bit of pizza. Wee pizza. A baby pizza. Personal pizzas do tend to have the best crust.
Time becomes distance.
Okay. That's 4 hours. If you're watching on YouTube, this episode is now over. Thank you for watching. This has been Josiah Plays Pathfinder Kingmaker.